Right, hey guys, good morning. We are at the Hue Historic Citadel, if I remember the name correctly. And it is like 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting dripped on. 7 o'clock in the morning, so we thought if we get here early enough, we're going to beat the tourist hordes. And it's nice and cool. Fingers
nice
crossed.
And cool,
yeah.
But it is raining a little bit.
Yeah. It's yesterday was just so hot, you know. We got here and we had a look, and there's like, I don't know, 50 million people all wandering around, and we just thought, no, we can't be bothered. So yeah, we are just going to wander around this morning, take it easy, take it nice and slow, enjoy ourselves. And it's kind of quite funny, like on the train up here, we had these two ladies from Australia sitting behind us, and obviously Kylie got talking to them, and they said that they were just coming up here from Da Nang for the afternoon, and then
they said for the day, but by the time the train gets here it's midday, and then they were leaving at 7
p.m. So really, you know, you've only got sort of 6.5 hours really, and it's just nowhere near enough. Like, you need to at least come up and give yourself a couple of days, because there's just so much to see and do here. It's amazing. Like, I love it. And this, yeah, why rush it all? Why kind of rip yourself off and just give yourself an afternoon? So I would recommend coming up at least for one night, at the absolute minimum. More 2 nights if you can. Like, we're lucky enough to be here for 5 nights. And even that's still not enough. Like, there's still going to be stuff that we don't even get to touch on. But anyway, I'm going to get walking because we want to enjoy this and get it on. So let's go. Walking around here at 7 o'clock in the morning is well worth it. I highly recommend coming here at opening time. You know, get here as it opens. And when you walk in, there's like hardly anyone here. It's kind of almost like we're just here on our own. And compared to what we saw yesterday when we came here at, I think it was like 9 o'clock maybe.
30,
yeah. It was just packed. There were so many people. So yeah, I highly recommend getting here at opening time.
And I think that goes for most attractions in Vietnam. If you can get there early, it's probably most attractions anywhere in the world really, you beat all the tour buses and all the rest. But particularly here with the weather and the amount of people.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I'm enjoying it. Like, it's really neat. It's like I said the other day, you know, it's amazing these the historical architecture and constructions and stuff that we will just never have in our countries. And here, they're just, cities are built around them, and you can live in the city, and you could come here every day if you wanted. So yeah, don't come here for an afternoon, you're just wasting your time. Come here for a couple of days, really enjoy it. So far the people too, all the local people have been really nice, like really, really, really nice and friendly. So yeah, Da Nang, you've got a contender, I'm afraid.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, we don't know, I like Hue, I'm actually, yeah.
We've already spent a few days exploring Hue, and we've really enjoyed how different the city feels compared to some of the other places we've visited in Vietnam. It's quieter, there's so much history everywhere you look, and there's a real sense that there's much more to discover here. So today we're heading inside the Citadel to see what remains of Vietnam's imperial past. Hue was once the imperial capital of Vietnam, and the Imperial City was the heart of Nguyen Dynasty, which ruled Vietnam from 1802 until 1945. As soon as you arrive, the scale of the citadel is pretty impressive. It's surrounded by huge walls and a moat, and as we made our way through the entrance, we were really looking forward to seeing what was inside. One of the things we really liked about the Imperial City was that there wasn't just one building or one attraction to see. There's a whole collection of courtyards, temples, gates, gardens and historic buildings spread throughout the complex. And everywhere you look, there's something different to see. The architecture is incredibly detailed, with traditional Vietnamese designs, decorative roofs and colourful patterns. It's easy to get lost in the moment and forget just how old some of these buildings are when you're standing in front of them. This was once a functioning imperial city where the emperor, royal family and court lived and worked. The Imperial City was designed around the principles of traditional Vietnamese architecture and influenced by ideas from Chinese imperial cities. Large parts of the Imperial City were damaged or destroyed during wars, particularly during the Battle of Hue in 1968. So as you walk around, you'll see a mixture of beautifully restored buildings alongside areas where only parts of the original structures remain. For us, that actually made the experience more interesting. You're not just walking around a perfectly preserved historical site, you're seeing a place that has survived an enormous amount of change. And the restoration work is still happening, with efforts to preserve and rebuild parts of the complex for future generations. When we reached the main gate of the Forbidden Purple City, this is where we really started to appreciate the scale of the Imperial City. It's much bigger than we expected. You could easily spend half a day here if you wanted to explore everything in depth. One of the things we noticed was how peaceful some parts of the complex were. There are gardens and trees throughout the site, and every now and then you find a quiet area away from the main paths. It gives the whole place a really different atmosphere from the busy streets outside the citadel. The Imperial City is part of the Complex of Hue Monuments, which was recognised as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1993. And wandering through here, it's easy to understand why. There's so much history packed into this site. What we found most interesting was imagining what this place would have been like when it was actually the centre of Vietnam's royal court. Today it's a place where people come to learn about that history, but you're also able to simply wander around and take in the architecture and surroundings at your own pace. We really enjoyed just wandering around here without trying to rush through everything. There's so much detail that it's easy to walk past something without really noticing it. And that's probably one of the things we've enjoyed most about travelling through Vietnam. We're not trying to see as many countries as possible in the shortest amount of time. We'd much rather slow down, spend a bit more time somewhere and actually experience it. Hue has been a really good place for that. The Imperial City is definitely one of those places that we'd recommend setting some time aside to visit if you're spending time in Hue. If you're planning a trip to Vietnam, we'd definitely recommend putting Hue on the list.